Okay, so what we're going to do here is talk about molar mass. Now, the first thing I have here just in the picture is molar mass you can find up here, right? We've seen that on the periodic table, so you can find it there. If you have a periodic table of elements, I just put one right here. For example, oxygen is, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's right there. So the periodic table of elements can help us find these numbers. Okay, so that's great. We can find it on there, but sometimes it's not always that easy. Let's start with the easy practice problem. Let's say we have 124 grams of oxygen. How many moles is that? Well, we talked about converting last time, but let's go ahead and refresh a little bit here. Well, we know 1 mole of oxygen is equal to, all we have to do is go up to oxygen here, and right here, you can't see it very well, but it's about 16. About 16 grams of oxygen. And we see the grams of oxygen drop, right? And then it's just 124 divided by 16. It should get you about 7.75 moles of oxygen. So that's just a quick, easy problem. Converting, it's going to be important. It's good to refresh it, so we'll continue to do that. But just know that we can go to the periodic table and find all these things, which is super helpful. Now, let's try, I'll give you one to try. Let's say we have 0.534. It's supposed to be a 0. Let's try that a little nicer. 0.534 grams of helium. If we want to find out how many moles that is, then we just say, well, 1 mole of helium is what? We just go up to our periodic table, 4.0026. So 4.0026 grams of helium. And once again, they drop, and you'll get whatever number that is. It's going to be a small number. So just throw that in your calculator and you should be okay. So hopefully that makes decent sense. I think it's like 0.12 or something. It's about. Okay, so let's take it one step further. Let's say you had 75.8 grams of, well, let's see, what element should we use? Let's go up to our periodic table of, let's just do, here, bromine. We'll do this one, why not? You can't see it, but there we go. So, atomic symbol B. And we want to know how many atoms there are in that sample. So to find the amount of atoms, first we need to convert to moles, and then moles to atoms. So 1 mole is how much? Well, we go to our periodic table, 10.81 grams. So 10.81 grams. And we see that this will cancel, but we don't want moles. Instead, what we want is atoms. Well, we also know that 1 mole, like we talked about in the last video, is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. Now, if you plug that in, you should get 4.33 times 10 to the 4th atoms. So that's how many atoms are in that sample. Okay. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I want to do another example of molar mass. Let's say we had a molecule. Let's see, we'll just do CO2, carbon dioxide. What is the molar mass of this molecule? Well, carbon, there's just a 1, so we don't have to worry about that. We see carbon, if we go up here, is 12.011, and then oxygen is about 16, right? So 12.011 plus, now carbon, or oxygen, is about 16, but there's 2 oxygen atoms, right? There's 2. So we have to multiply this by 2. So 12.011 plus 32, that's what? 44.011. Okay. Let's look at, let's see if we can get one more good example here. How about we do, let's do one that involves a couple different pieces. Let's say we have, I'll just throw one together here. Let's say we have iron, I don't know. Let's just throw something together here. Okay, so we have this. Well, iron is just what iron is. What's iron has I have a periodic table in front of me, and then I have this one, so I gotta remember you guys can't see it. Iron is 55.845, right? Phosphorus we have there. Oxygen we have there. What I really wanted to show you is we have our iron, so 55.847 plus this 2 out here, you can think of as being similar to multiplying. So you actually have 2 phosphorus, so that's 30.974 plus 8 oxygen, which is just 16. Okay. I wanted to make sure we were okay with that because I could see how that would be a little confusing for some people. If you haven't seen it, just know that's what that means when it's outside the parentheses like that. That's kind of what we're looking at here. So yeah, I think that covers the gist of it, and